The race to save Asian elephants has led to some monkey business at the Smithsonian's National Zoo in Washington. Conservationists are trying to breed the elephants there under human care. Fewer than 50,000 of them are left in the wild. Chip Reid is at the zoo with its big idea. Chip, good morning.
Well, good morning. There he is in all his glory. Spike, a 36-year-old 7-ton Casanova who was brought here to the National Zoo for a very specific purpose. Spike recently moved to Washington from Florida, and we were there as he was released from quarantine so he could meet 3 females he'd been admiring from the other side of the fence. There was some trumpeting and some ear flapping, another sign of happiness. But with one, Maharani, Ronnie for short, there was some canoodling.
You can see they look like they're hitting it off.
They do appear to be hitting it off. I'm no expert in elephant love, but that looks like something going on there. In fact, this is not their first meeting, and as they say, elephants never forget. Spike and Ronnie were an item at a zoo in Canada in 2014. Ronnie became pregnant 3 times, but sadly, none of the baby elephants lived past infancy. Now the National Zoo hopes they'll have better luck. So how is this going so far?
It's going excellent. We really couldn't be happier. These guys have a great social history with one another, and we're hoping that they would pick up where they left off, and that in fact seems to be what's happening.
We returned yesterday and the good news got even better. Ronnie was ready to mate earlier than expected.
It was like a switch yesterday. He was immediately interested and laser focused on Ronnie, and she was also returning that interest, more so than she had in the previous days. Very glued to him and solicitative of him, and that's continued throughout the day today.
It's exactly what they had hoped for.
We brought Spike here hoping that he and Maharani would breed and produce offspring. So the first step we can check off now. They have bred, and we'll probably continue to throughout the next day or so. And then we'll have to see what comes of that. We'll test in a few months to see if she's pregnant, and then begin planning in earnest for a baby at that point if she is.
Now, they will use blood tests and ultrasound to determine if Ronnie is pregnant, but another really good indicator of whether she's pregnant is that Spike will simply lose interest in her. By the way, if she does get pregnant, you might want to exercise some patience because a pregnancy for an elephant lasts about 22 months. Gayle?
Yeah, that would be no fun. Good thing it only happens to elephants. Thank you very much, Chip. You can tell that those two have chemistry. Did you see the trunk grab the tail?
Yeah.
That's a sign. That's what boys do when they like you. They pull your hair.
Oh dear. Yeah, they knew
they do.
They knew each other in Canada too.
Yeah,
It's like an elephant rom-com, you know. Then they met up
I think
again.
it's going to work out.
I have been to that elephant center at the National Zoo. It's all redone. It is beautiful. It's really an incredible facility to take your family to. Yeah, thank you, Chip.
I like them.